Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a fool. Oh, men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide.
It is a crisp, cool fall afternoon, and we've got football from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Las Vegas Raiders. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Now on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Carr. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Carr. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
It's now 3rd and 9.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Now Carr. He'll look downfield for Waller. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Carr. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
The ball carrier.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
43-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at the Browns' 37. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
5-yard pickup.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 3.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs. In the top 5 in the NFL, it's all a mindset. And I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
On 1st down, Carr completes it to Jason Witten. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Going for it all. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas.
Complete to number 11.
Henry Ruggs. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Kickoff for Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Now Donovan Peoples-Jones. A dangerous return man showing it here.
Donovan Peoples-Jones is on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of the game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Nick Kwiatkowski there.
The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And a nice carry and a first down for Cleveland. A nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished 2nd in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on the ground and got into the end zone 8 times. And how about this for durability? Has not missed a game in his NFL career. What a bounce back from a big-time knee injury while at the University of Georgia.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham.
Mayfield.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
No gain.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
On for the field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
Seibert's kick is good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
The game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
That's good for 28 yards.
What now? You ready?
Now a give to Jacobs running right. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
A gain of 30.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
1st down.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Myles Garrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Carr going to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th. Kevin Johnson, former first-round pick there defensively.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away. Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 34. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good hit.
It's caught at the 10. And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory. It's a big play there for the Browns. 55 yards. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Nick Chubb, the ball carrier.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll try again with Chubb. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Running with him here out of the shotgun. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal.
For the Browns field goal, a 20-yard attempt.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there. You've given yourself a chance. You're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Carr. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And that will be incomplete.
And went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Landry now on the return. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to it and forcing a 3rd down.
And it's complete. Hooper. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Mayfield finding Hooper there for a Cleveland 1st.
At the 44-yard line.
Mayfield on 1st down. He's got Hooper on the short connection. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Mayfield now from the 50. And he completes it to Hunt. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. Wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Mayfield with it once more. And the Raiders have got him. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Landry the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Seibert's kick is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the 2nd half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
We don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a 1-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
From the gun, it's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Now left side on the swing pass. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. .42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's a pickup of 6.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Let's go. 44 tonight. 44 tonight. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Mayfield looks to throw. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. 3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Throw left side, complete. That's Hunt. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 20.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
2nd and
all defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders' 14. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll give it to Chubb. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Now let's listen in on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Tackle made at the
that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. Mayfield with a quick fire to Landry. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, his second touchdown on the season, and the Browns add on to their lead. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Now Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And 8.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
58, come on, 58, 58, come on. 29. You ain't doing nothing today. 58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. And let's get this.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Got his man, that's Tyrell Williams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
Las Vegas.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. Here's Carr to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around the sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jacobs.
Carr's pass.
They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Aguilar has it. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 23. The end result, 21 yards.
First down, Raiders.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a short gain here, down to the 22.
Josh Jacobs.
Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Larry Ogunjobi.
Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. That's the rookie from LSU, Grant Delpit. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
He was brought down by...
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And down he'll go at the 25. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
At the 29.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Raekwon McMillan on the...
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Kadarrell Hodge has it complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Brings up.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 16. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
At the 16-yard line.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you said baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Cleveland, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half.
Flag on the play.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a flag on the play.
Yeah, yeah.
Flag on the play.
Hold up.
That's a flag on the play. Let's go.
Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make them throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't trying to get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake.
Let's go.
I just took off with that rock, just like Tyreek Hill. I just count 100 racks, that's a whole field. He don't want no championship, get him out of here. I just got a set like I run up in the backfield. I just got a set like I ran up on a quarterback. Shake and bake, make a play just like a quarterback. We ain't worrying about no formers, we ain't staying there. Running off the block, yeah, I'm something like a linebacker. I got juice like a Fanta, how you like it?
How you like it?
I'm on purple, I'm on yellow like a Viking. All these plays that I'm catching, I done gone crazy. I do my thing, 6 range just like Tom Brady. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make them throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't trying to get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake.
Let's go.
I'm in the field like a panther, I done up the standards. Like Michael Vick in Atlanta when it's time to scramble. Neck full of water, call me Black Bridgewater. Lamar Jackson, how I throw them Ravens cross the border.
Hold up. You know I'm a touchdown with the sack. Run up the hole like a running back on the play. Intercept the pack like a safety. You boys ain't shake. Play. That's a flag on the play. Let's go.
Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make them throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't trying to get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake.
Let's go.
got the party going up. A champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. Shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle 'cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round.
Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like
work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work that, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work that, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work that, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work that.
Pan the camera to the middle of the dance floor. I think there's something going down. Shorty packing goods like a transport, and I ain't ever seen something so round. How round? Round like a planet in orbit, round like a b-ball. 23 Jordan, dunking on default. Automatic forces attract me to females. I look this gorgeous. How did you even come in existence? Hey, or did you just appear out in an instance? You got me all driven, revving my pistons. I wonder if she like the stick shift. Hey, count it 4 and make a wish. I wish that shorty keep it lit. 'Cause if I shoot my shot, I won't miss. No backboard, gotta sound a light switch.
go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like
work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work that, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work that, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work that, work the middle, work the middle, work the middle, work that, work that.
This is second nature, all is automatic. Animal instinct, you fools hurt. Jesus will.
I heard a flare gun, I'm ready to race.
race. No, I don't fear none. I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on. I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's split. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's split. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win again. Yeah, the sun can't touch me. Got a brand new visor. Yeah, your friend's smart, but my bud's wiser. Yeah, get the job done like the equalizer. And I'ma grab another drink, 'cause tonight I'ma die like Michael Phelps. Hey, diving in this pool. I don't know what we have. Hey, I'm just telling you the truth. I heard the flare gun. I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none. I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on. I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's split. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's split. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win again. Get it triumphant. Let's bump it. Don't mind me seizing the moment. Energy up, my body burning. And my stomach keep on turning. Stop moving, I can't control it. On my last breath and I can't hold it. You gotta give it all I got. This for the ones that think I'm joking. This for real, for real. Lightweight bust off half a. Yeah, I'm sweating, baby. Must be all them happy meals. I don't know how happy feels, but damn, I'm tryna find you. Say I got sex appeal. I think it's 'cause I work. Got a gun. I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none. I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on. I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's split. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's split. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Damn Kane, you done killed Abel. Unbalanced land trying to keep the people stable. The way I feel, I might it all up. The way you feel, you might do it for the bug. All black, born to be a rebel. After this, I might go and water down the devil. Listen to everything around me, I can't see. Picked a dozen roses and left them in Galilee rolling thunder. Don't hear my cry, don't let alibis pass you. I finally starting to realize, never give up and coincide. Can't watch TV, it's all a lot. Tired of trying, go ahead and fly. Everybody want a straight answer, but media keep us blind. A good heart is not hard to find. Why the people try to define infrastructure right? I don't got time, infrastructure right? I don't got time. It's all to we're talking about your brother, protecting the sons and daughters from political manslaughter.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Never play by the rules, guess I'm paying my dues. They gon' try to intrude, poison the multitude. They be quick to accuse, when you got different views. Just know you gon' pay the price, best off the item you choose. When ties in the culture, hit you with them Ultra. I knew you was a vulture, Holy Ghost get the ushers. No, I can't trust you. Shock you, then now you fluster. Crashing down, I was cluttered. Doing this so subtle, falling out through the rubble. Remember this a jungle, the top always gonna get something. The middle gotta stay hunting. Why the rush left for nothing? 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 Agitated illusion, only built for confusion. The institution, modern day execution. Think I know the solution. Maybe not should I do it? Just put it in the music. Just put it in the music.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave. You'll burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it all that you desire. Those seasons when I never be the same. You burn out if you jump into the fire. Can you feel it rushing through your veins? Though you make it all that you desire.
Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me? Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me? Hold on. I got a crowd wrapping around the whole town for me. Name on my crowd, got a thou in the balcony. Nah, 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 I don't hear no clown talking foul on me. Won't shoot me down, send the cavalry. It been a while since I had time for me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Hello. Max March out with the polo. Like my style, don't ya? Nights like this, I wish I was with ya. On my turf, roll out the Henry Rux. She like when I hit the receiver. Friend hop in, this is a four-seater. Made a yank straight out the wood, I'm Derek Jeter. Major leaguer, no fatigue. We don't get no handout, we don't get no Macarinas. Never gon' throw your back out, tryna work, you need a breather. I need a break. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me? Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me? Hold on. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down. Tell me who you talking to. Roll up that Sinatra, fly la mama to the moon. She asked me what's my life path. Told her 55 south to the cat. So many couches I cried. Shout out Zazo, Tree, and shout classic. I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the second up. Baby, I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the second up. Baby, I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the second up. Baby, I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the second up. Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my paw and look at my dogs from. Way back then, you could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich, then went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, how she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I whipped the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay. Yeah. Then I hit that. Okay. Yeah. Then I hit that. Sound like you know. Okay. Yeah. Then I hit that. Okay. Yeah. Then I hit that. Yeah. Stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these eyes ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Ooh. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay. Yeah. Then I hit that. Okay. Yeah. Then I hit that. Sound like you know. Okay. Yeah. Then I hit that. Okay. Yeah. Then I hit that.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission.
go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Makes the score Colts 7, Bengals nothing.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll throw right away. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
It's almost human nature, isn't it? They score on one play. You come out on offense, you try and do exactly the same thing. They tried the deep ball, couldn't quite connect, but give them an A for effort.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Mixon, the ball carrier.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
At the 36-yard
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Burrow on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. And now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Burrow will throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Cincinnati.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, here's Burrow 1st down. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
And inches at the Colts' 8-yard line.
Here's a give to Mixon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up first and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They'll give it to Mixon, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. So stuff for no gain on second down brings up a pretty interesting third from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. But I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
And that one, oh my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
First and 10.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Nyheim Hines, his first carry, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Ball carrier. The tackle by Logan Wilson. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
On third down, Rivers. That's pulled in by the rookie from USC, Michael Pittman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, but it's going to be second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain of 22.
And 10 yards to go.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Colts 7, Bengals nothing.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rivers, and he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Logan Wilson in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. And that sack leaves Rivers and the Colts with a 3rd and long. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the gun, Rivers. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Blankenship's kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to 1st and goal. Rivers going to give this one to Taylor. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Tackle made at the...
No, Jonathan Taylor didn't get the yardage he wanted on that carry. But I think this is central casting for him to be with the Colts. A big, strong, physical offensive line that goes with his running style. Elite speed, elite power. I think he'll catch more passes out of the backfield in the NFL than he did at Wisconsin. And yards after contact, that's his forte. The only thing he's got to improve on, taking care of the football. Put it on the ground way too often at Wisconsin. If he learns to hang on to it, he could be one of the surprises in the NFL.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. He's got daylight. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. So they had a good drive going, a chance to build on this first half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion will be now at halftime, because I think we were headed towards 1. Now it's a different discussion altogether. One side optimistically, the other side wondering what could have been.
Bullet good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Isaiah Rodgers on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Throwing, Rivers. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
10 at the 45-yard line.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Taylor now. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up to throw it. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain of 32 that time.
20-yard line.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
I know that on draft day, Jonathan Taylor was disappointed he didn't go in the 1st round, but when he heard his name called in the 2nd round by the Indianapolis Colts, he had to be jumping up and down with excitement because of their big, strong, physical offensive line. And you put that with his downhill running style, and you've got a perfect combination, the perfect storm for a young guy coming into the league. 225 pounds, sub 4.4 at the combine. He's going to get plenty of opportunities to be a battering ram.
Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They make a good bit of that yardage back as they're set up in much better shape now for 2nd and goal.
The Bengals 1-yard line.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Quick throw, complete out wide here to Green. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the option. 56 yards. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Well, some credit there to A.J. Green because he's so tough to cover. Sometimes he causes those penalties.
He's one of the more difficult guys to cover in the NFL because of his ability to do just about anything on a route. Hard to do. Creates a lot of pass interference.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together. Couldn't get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Rivers looking deep for Hilton. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Open man is Uzama. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Bengals drive about to get going. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Bengals.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Able to push his way through. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Got a man open. It's Ross. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 7.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A handoff to Mixon, and that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 50-yard line.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Jesse.
Look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now Joe Mixon. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Again, it's Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
At the 4-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he's unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
14.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
5-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm, and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So on the big tight end, Holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without Holding.
Rivers now on second down. This to Hines on the drop-off. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Good catch there by Nyheim Hines, and I think that he's probably popped on some Phillip Rivers tape and how he used Austin Eckler out of the backfield with the Chargers as a model for what he wants to do this season. He's had at least 40 catches in each of the last 2 years. He probably expects that number to rise.
Rivers on the money, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
Brandon, a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to him, and he makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
Rivers now from the 50. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
7 yards there and a first down. Rivers on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bengals' 35-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On second down, it's Taylor. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Back to Taylor on first down. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Colts are going to jump back in front.
For the extra point.
It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Colts 21.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
On the carry.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Nixon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Burrow. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Rivers had his hands on it but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Incomplete.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Rivers now. He's got Burton here. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run here with Taylor. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. What a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Well, with him trailing here in the second half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold on a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to my game. It isn't working as well the other way. Let's see what I can do to help my team this way. And boy, he did it there.
I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Down at the 23-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5.
Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He's going to let it fly. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 yards there, 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Open man is Ross, complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
35-yard line.
The give to Taylor. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now it's Hines. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though, a few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans. As you mentioned, down going into the 4th quarter. How about the rally? How about the comeback? Getting it done on both sides of the ball, holding them when they needed to, and finding ways to get points when they had the football.
So for Indianapolis, they remain as hot as anyone. 6-0 now through the first month and a
Kick it and go. Kick it and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, and zones go. Put sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, and zones go. Put sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Running it back, never a cap, out of the draft, watching me ball. As soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them out, breaking them off, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them. Time I was down and out, had to bring grinding back. Doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be, playing this here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast, a family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Gridiron with the game now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field, kinda drip is a skill. It's the highest cruiser bill. Ain't nothing to the heel.